I'm a savage.
Beyonce's mom, Tina Knowles, has had enough of people throwing shade at her daughter. After Beyonce got a lot of online hate for how she looked at the Renaissance premiere, Tina just couldn't sit back in silence anymore. So she took to her social media and fiercely came to her daughter's defense. And what she had to say will honestly just blow your mind. Beyonce showed up at the Samuel Goldwyn Theater in Beverly Hills for the premiere of Renaissance, a film by Beyonce. She was dressed in a chrome Versace gown and donned a platinum blonde wig to be in theme with the color that matches her astrological sign, Virgo. As always, people raved about Beyonce's appearance as she was showered in online admiration for her style and beauty. But in today's world, for every fan online, there seems to be an online hater too. And it didn't take long for the judgmental comments to start taking over the positive ones. People began to point out that Beyonce's skin looked exceptionally lighter in the photos from the star-studded event, which led to online conversations about how she looked more white than black, and that she was basically trying to reject her culture and heritage. Others said that she lied about her origins in the first place. The accusations then got even wilder when some folk claimed that she lightened her skin by bleaching it. One social media user asked when Beyonce became transracial. Another just flat out claimed that it wasn't Beyonce in the photos. Let's be honest though, it's not like this was the first time that Beyonce received critiquing comments about the way that she looked. It wasn't the first time that her dedication to her race and community has been questioned either. But for someone in her life, it proved to be too much to take anymore. And knowing that her daughter was not going to address the matter herself, Tina decided to take things into her own hands and talk about it on Instagram. She hasn't defended her daughter in this way in a long time, but I guess something about the way so many people were questioning Beyonce's ethnicity and support of her people just really got under her skin. Like a lioness protecting her young, she came out of her cave to scold the public. In a very strongly worded post, Tina went into all the different things that had angered her since the premiere. She began by pointing out the reason why her daughter had worn a platinum blonde wig and a silver dress to the event. The whole thing for Renaissance was silver, which was why there was a silver carpet instead of a red one, and why the other guests had been suggested to wear silver outfits too. And you could really tell from Tina's choice of words just how seriously mad she was. She called people bozos for thinking that Beyonce was trying to be a white woman and for claiming that she was bleaching her skin.
Here's the thing. When your mama started using the words bozo,
Tina explained her daughter was just making a fashion statement by matching her silver dress with a silver wig. Tina also made the observation that black artists had sported platinum blonde hair ever since Etta James first did it in the 1950s, and she asked if people had given them the same treatment and had been accused of trying to be white. There was one news story that Tina had seen, which she said really got her blood boiling though. In her infuriating post, she talked about how Beyonce's hairstylist had even been asked to comment on the situation by a white reporter from TMZ. Apparently, Tina felt furious that the woman felt so entitled to discuss Beyonce's blackness with the hairstylist, but she was even more disappointed by something else. The word bozo was used once again, but the second time it was directed at some of the black social media users who she'd seen commenting on Beyonce's appearance and questioning her loyalty to the black community, explaining that their accusations stemmed from a place of jealousy and hatred, and saying that they should be celebrating someone from their community who worked so hard instead of tearing her down. Then she made a good point, which was that if someone didn't like Beyonce, they should just ignore her. You won't believe just how worked up Tina got towards the end of her post though. After highlighting how a lot of social media users perpetuated racism, sexism, and double standards, she finished by saying how she was sick of those losers, and that even though she knew that Beyonce would be mad at her for writing the post, she was fed up. Tina also rightly brought attention to the fact that Beyonce has done a lot for people of color in general, and said that she lifted up and promoted black women and underdogs all the time, which is true, you guys. In 2020, BBC News reported that Beyonce donated $1 million to small black-owned businesses that were struggling because of the pandemic. After the 7.0 magnitude earthquake that hit Haiti, she visited in order to see how she could help. Her Bay Good Foundation has helped tons of causes around the world, and those are just a few examples of how charitable she's been over the years. Tina's post was accompanied by her daughter's iconic hit Brown Skin Girl as a reminder that even her music showed her ethnic pride.
if you listen to Beyonce's music, she celebrates.
Sherri Shepherd also noted on her talk show that Tina usually kept quiet about public controversies connected to her family, adding that this must have been the straw that broke the camel's back. Sherri was impressed impressed by Tina's mama bear instincts though, and she wasn't the only one who praised her for speaking out against all the online hate. Plenty of celebrities rushed to commend Tina and support Beyonce in the comment section of the post. Octavia Spencer wrote that Tina had raised beautiful, strong, intelligent, black, proud to be black women, and that anyone who said otherwise had their own issues to deal with. Robin Thede commented that Beyonce had only ever supported black women and dedicated all she did to breaking down barriers for them in every arena. She went on to tell Tina not to delete her post so people could remember that she and her daughters were real people who did nothing to deserve the nasty things miserable idiots wrote. Keke Palmer also chimed in and shared that she loved Tina and that Beyonce deserved to be protected in that way. Her comment made a lot of sense given that Keke also knew what it was like to have a mother fiercely protecting her. Just weeks earlier, her mom Sharon made headlines when she posted an Instagram video of herself defending her daughter against her ex. Keke was granted a temporary restraining order against her ex Darius Jackson after she accused him of DV. His brother Sarunas then posted on Twitter that he thought his brother was the most disgusting, vile, and manipulative person he'd ever encountered, but Keke's mom wanted to set the record straight, so she uploaded a video where she shared some inside knowledge and talked about a conversation she'd once had with Sarunas. Sharon claimed that Sarunas knew what his brother was like and allegedly confessed to her that he used to be the same way. She threw some major shade at him, accusing him of being disrespectful to women just like his younger brother, and she used some words to describe him that were much more offensive than Tina's choice of bozo and loser.
Y'all better leave these women's kids alone. Because
of course, Beyonce herself is keeping tight-lipped as ever. She probably knows that like everything, these kind of storms blow over eventually, and she doesn't need to prove her ethnicity and how much she values her culture and her heritage. But maybe she's secretly happy to have someone in her corner speaking up for her. Anyway, what you guys think? Was it a good idea for Tina to go off on the haters and post what she said on Instagram? Do you think moms of celebrities should get involved with their children's personal lives this way? Let me know in the comments below.